Okay, hello everyone. I hope everyone can hear me all right. As you can see, I am in the middle of doing some quick crafting before Dawntrail. We are making an airship for our FC, so yeah, it's pretty crazy here. But yes. Can everyone hear me all right? Let's see. I gotta lower the quality on some of these. And that is that. Now I need to do 6 dark steel ingots. I don't know. Let's see. Dark steel ingot. We need the dark steel nuggets. So if we need 12 of them, I think. Let's make 13. A voice. You can hear me okay, Mirokos? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You can see where I am. What are you up to tonight, Party? What are you doing? Are you going to play some V Rising? We're not starting right away, Party, because of, well, Ben says he won't be here for half an hour. I'll probably go, like, a bit ahead of him, but not super much, you know what I mean? You're doing tails? Awesome. What are you leveling right now? I bet Ninja. Awesome. How's Ninja going? Are you enjoying it? I've never leveled it. I've never touched Ninja. I can't wait though, because I heard that you can do front flips, which I think my Catboy would look really hot doing. Very Naruto-esque. Yep. The acrobats. Does Uncle Koa look weird doing them though? Okay, so now we can advance to the next stage. I'd say it's fun overall, 100%. It ain't right for an Ellison to be jumping like that. I can only imagine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think Nico would look cool doing it, but I'm not sure about Chieko. Oh hey, Marocos. Hey. Yeah, I think my Catboy would look good doing that. It ain't, yeah. And Mirokos has left. Yes. That's so wild. I'll get around to it. I'm trying to work on doing my warrior. I'm trying to work on doing my warrior. Last night, at one point, I decided to do the variant dungeon, Aloe Aloe. I only ran it one time. But there was like cutscenes, so I had to actually mute Discord chat because like the cutscenes were actually saying stuff that I was like, wait a minute, this is probably lore heavy. I should probably be listening. It was really, there was more info about stuff. I think especially if you're a summoner, I think it would interest you a lot if you're super into a summoner. So yeah. So whenever you're done, party, you can advance the thing to the next stage, because I just finished the next stage for lulz while I'm just burning time. So that was, I'm trying to remember. Oh, hello. Okay, let's try it. Let's see. Oh my lord, that looks hilarious. I'm just gonna laugh at you. Slash laugh. Koa looks away from you, sulking. Do you want to go in and push the button for fabrication station? Go do it. Do the honors. Do the honors. Now, so you can actually clear off phase 1 and phase 2 on the spreadsheet, party. Dark steel plate. We will need 12 of those. Silver ingot. Yeah, I'll do these later tonight. I'll do them later tonight. These will be very, very super easy. The submarine won't be so easy though, party. The submarine's going to be a bitch. It's very interesting for Arcanist characters. Yeah. Progress made. Yeah, we're almost there. We are actually almost there. So I feel like maybe tonight after stream, I'll whip up the last stuff. But then, unfortunately, the submersible, first phase I can do in my sleep, but the next phase is we have to just send out the airship. So, yeah. I don't know how to say this, but it's going to be a wait. Love in the workshop. So, yeah. Yeah. The submersible is going to take time, but there's no rush. We can focus on the furniture. I'm sure our friend Aiko will be more than happy to help us with that as well. Right? So we'll just send it out on its voyages or whatever, and it's not a big deal, right? It's okay. I know she got a haircut. It's very nice. Yeah. We can focus on getting the furniture done. And you said you're getting most of it? I'm almost afraid to look. Let's see. Wow. Those are a lot of check marks. Those are a lot of check marks. Anite, which is an Elpis. Anite would be Elpis, right? I wrote down Elpis. So I wonder, Anite would probably be mining. So if I went to mining, would I be able to pick it up, I wonder? I'm just curious. I don't know if my mining is good enough. I'm gonna just check it out. And then we will actually start our Dawntrail. Okay, so it says Northrend. Okay, this isn't so bad. Let's see. I feel like I could do a lot of the Endwalker stuff. You need a certain level of gathering power to achieve this, but I think I have it. Ugh. Let's see. Where's... Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's see. Anite. Oh, it's not a big deal. Yeah, that's easy peasy. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very easy. Okay, so I could even do some of the gathering. How high is your gathering party? Oh, you're higher. Okay. Well, maybe I'll leave you to do all the lower stuff party, so then you can get the experience for your gatherers. Would that be okay with you? If you do all the mining for the lower levels, that way you can get the experience on your gatherers. I've got what I can. Okay, so I'll step in for the higher level stuff and stick it in. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've cleared it out. You've cleared what out? I know that you've done a huge bit, chat. You can't see the spreadsheet. But she's done so much. It's crazy. I almost wonder how. When has she been doing this? She must be a maniac. Oh, true. It just looks like a lot. Hello, Epic. We're just talking about our FC endeavors. For chat, I will be going to doing some Dawntrail tonight. We're just doing a little bit of literal housekeeping. This is Koa, my sister. And with Koa at the helm, our brave leader, our brave and darkly handsome leader, we will eventually achieve everything, really. Yeah. A brave little Hufflepuff. You said it, not me. Okay, you said it, not me. Yes. Here, I will do my special emote. The best emote in the game. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. Best emo. All jokes aside, we are doing really well. So, for those who don't know, to make the airship, there's like 4 or 5 pieces, and we've done almost all of them. So we will finish the last piece tonight, and then we will focus on making furniture, and I will do some more mining and gathering tonight. So yeah. Ben, sorry, we were burning time. I was actually look at my MSQ. It says question, question, question. So I have no idea. It's a mystery. I have no idea what's going to happen next. I'm pumped. I'm really pumped. Yeah. And oh, party, are you still here? Check out my summoner. It's Raktika inspired. There's a Raktika inspired stuff going on in this expansion. I think Uncle Koa would look fantastic. There's like a feather off the back. Yeah. Can you die? Good question. I don't know. Yes, this entire thing is dyeable with 2 dyes, party. 2 dyes can go in these slots, I think. So, I don't know what dye color you'd want to do. Would you want to do green or red? Nice. I think Koa can wear brighter colors than I can. That's all I'm going to say. So if I was going to do a dye, I would do green here. And the second dye could be... Oh, the 2 dye thing. Oh, my body is ready. I'd forgotten about this. Oh, green and blue. Green and purple. This is the way. I don't know if chat can see this really. Let's scale this up. Let's scale this sucker up. I mean, green and purple's a bit weird, right? Maybe green and blue. Or one of the chicest color things that you can do is we take a nice red, and then on the first dye, we go into a gray. Gray and red is also really... Shots fired. My character's green and purple. Yeah. So this is 2 dyes, party. 2 frickin' dyes. I need to actually sit down, but I refuse to spend hours and hours on it. I'm fine with the way it is right now. To be honest, he looks like a little cat boy peacock. Very, very pleasing to me. It is very pretty. I'm fairly sure, party, this is a Raktika skin. So you can get this for the Raktika outfits. But, yeah. So you can get 2 dyes on everything. You can get 2 dyes on the arms. You can get 2 dyes on the legs. Now I need them to make 3 dyes. Oh my gosh, go play some Guild Wars. Yeah. I'm happy with 2. Although, yeah, 3 would be nice, but I'm happy with 2. Yeah, very, very happy. So anyway. I kind of like the haircut for now. I was going to do new haircuts, but probably only for Chieko. When we finish Endwalker, I'll take Chieko out for a legit haircut. Goodbye, party. Go play something else. Remember to relax. Okay? Remember to relax. I know what's possible with the system. My eyes have been opened. Okay, so we're at a pivoting point, I've been told. We're at a point where we're pivoting. So I feel like this is a good time to just sit and chat a little bit about my take so far. So the good. The things I like so far is the slow build-up. I actually appreciate that. I like the introduction to all the cultures. I like the zone, and I like the music. I like the fact that we're having most of the scions here. However, there are some things. I like the fact that Wuklamat is not a girl boss. I like that. I like the fact that the bad guys do have some, for lack of a better word, complexity. I'm a fan of the fact that there's different kinds of mysteries. And I think given what our Warrior of Light has been through, this feels like a nice change of pace. However, I think the pacing is atrocious. And for those people who need a bit of gameplay to flavor up a video game, I think they will particularly find this difficult. But so far, I feel like they've answered many questions I've had, many concerns I've had, and they have tackled them. It's just the pacing is off. But I actually don't... I'm not a hater, Wuklamat hater. I just think there's a lot of her. And this was an expansion where we were supposed to know more about Cryo. I feel that we have not yet had a single scene with Cryo alone. I feel like there should be a scene with Cryo where we just have her talking. Like what we had with Alice and Alphino and Graha. I want a scene where it's just Cryo and me, and we're not talking about the plot. We're not talking about the next thing we're doing. We're just talking about her hopes, her dreams, what she's learned so far. Having more Cryo, I feel like this so far this X pack is shafting. Cryo might not as well be here. Might as well have replaced her with my favorite character, Grahatia, at this point. Like, yes, there's a whole issue with Galif, but I just feel like she's being underutilized at this rate so far. But other than that, other than the pacing, other than the fact that we're getting a lot of Wuklamat and not enough of other characters, I also feel like they're pushing a lot into a very short period of time. Some people who are rushing, because I was talking about this with Ben. If you went into this MSQ rushing to get through the MSQ to enjoy the story, even though you're here for the story, you're going to miss out on certain details. But a replay should hopefully open people's minds and help them realize that there are actually a lot of nuggets being put into this game to explain certain things. It's just that if you are rushing through, as some people do, you are going to miss out on some of the nuances. And that is unfortunate as well. More Cryo time. Anyone but Wuklamat, yeah. You should write that down. Write down your review and stuff, and then compare how you feel at the end is. That is a very, very... Okay, so let's put down here the good. So we're going to put down here... I'll say I like the slowness of how they are introducing various factions and politics. I love the music. Except for that one part. Except for that one moment. That one cringe moment. Cringe moment. Okay. Well, we'll put... I love the music. I love the zones. I love the dungeons. I feel like the dungeons were fun. Did I die a lot? Yes. But do I hate the dungeons? No. Okay, so even though I'm speaking from a failure game player, semi-failure game player, I don't hate the dungeons, actually. I love the dungeons and trials, the few that we've had. I like how Wuklamat, so far, isn't a girl boss. I like how the bad guys became complex. All right. What else could I say positively? Said I love the zones. That covers everything, I think. Yeah, I think that covers the good. I think that covers the good. Oh, I like how they handle the conundrum of the OP Warrior of Light problem. I'm going to put scare quotes around this because I actually don't think there is a problem, but there are some morons out there who actually believe that their Warrior of Light can 1v1 the Endsinger, which is ridiculous, but we're not going to get into that. Okay, the bad. Okay. Not enough Cryo so far. Too much Wuklamat. Pacing is off. Not enough gameplay for gameplay Andes. Some scenes feel useless. Want more one-on-one trial time. Now I say want. I don't actually want it. I want Grahatia. No Grahatia. That's a problem. Okay. That's a joke problem. But it anyway. Yeah. I feel that they have used subtle means to justify most actions in the story. So, for example, should they be running the country? The obvious answer is no. Why should they be allowed to run the country? The answer is the head is dead. And the fact that the father was willing to hold on and not make a judgment right away, the fact that she chose Kwana to be at her side, all of this felt right. All of this felt right. Yeah. I say that because you're earlier no Echo use, then we get Echo use, so it would be cool to mark when your needs from the story change until the absolute end. Journal. It's like headcanon. The Galul Jaja did wonders for love involving power levels, where light was for a unit of measurement. Yeah, I just think that people need to get a grip. Like, I could, even if you sit there, Epic, with your reason brain, trying to reason things away and be like, oh no, Galul Jaja is really powerful, and the Warrior of Light is equal to, one head of the Galul Jaja, whatever. I think there are people out there who would literally just not believe you. Especially if they were one-shotting Golul Jaja if they were like going in there and just beating him with one try and they feel that the fight is too easy. That kind of stuff can flavor your perspective on the story. Yeah, so we can say Return of Echo did occur. Okay. That was a concern that I had, and I was getting annoyed, but it is coming back. We are starting to see... I still think we've only echoed maybe once, but but the writers are also using other forms of flashbacks, not necessarily echoes. They're using other forms of flashbacks. I will say that sometimes a lot of telling instead of showing. That is still a bit of an issue. It's actually part of the problem of what is slowing down the pacing. But every now and then, they're starting to show like flashback montages or like pictures, and that helps. That helps. So we'll say, and the use of flashback pictures. I think that helps. Yeah. Okay. So this is where I'm standing so far. What are some goofy things? The off the cuff. Where is solution 9? Question mark. I want it now. No Graha. I don't really have much, even in terms of memes. I don't really have that much. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Shay. Hey, how's it going? We're doing a bit of Dawntrail, but I'm just doing a breakdown of my experience so far, as per Epic's suggestion. Does anyone else remember if I had any other nitpicks or beefs that I was like fomenting over? Over 2 million on well, remember also Steam picks up, if I recall correctly, Steam is also connected to Chinese players, so I'm not surprised. Trying to think of a memeable moment. Yeah, so far I feel like almost everything has been pretty straightforward, right? Where is my alpaca? That's my question. Honestly, I don't have a lot of beef, everyone. There are some things to be critical about, but I don't feel like things are too bad so far. Even if this is the worst part of the game, potentially. The only gave higher concurrence PUBG, and that's Battle Royale game. Yeah. See, the thing is, Ben, there was a game that was recently downvoted on Steam. And it went crashing through the floor. I forget which game it was. What game was it? I'm trying to remember. And it turned out it was just a whole bunch of Chinese players who were really, really angry. No, it was fairly recent Epic. It's a game that everyone didn't mind in the North America, but China was shitting on it because of some DRM thing. Try to remember. I don't know. I forget. And it turned out that Steam was being affected by the Chinese viewer count. Now you might be asking, but Chieko, Elden Ring is on Steam. So why didn't Elden Ring get as high as Black Myth Wukong when Elden Ring is as good as, if not better, than Black Myth Wukong? last time you remember China being mad at a game was Ghost of Tsushima? No, there was something else recently. Could have been Helldivers. Could have been that. I don't think so. You know what we have to do? I know Asmin covered it. Next one I'll check is Yongya. Let's see. Not Mecha Break. Apex Legends? Was it that? I don't remember. Not Suicide Squad. Not the Assassin's Creed, because that's not out yet. Not Concord. Concord. Was it Once Human, maybe? Oh, man. First Descendant? It was something. Yeah, it might have been Once Human. Might have been Once Human. I think it was Once Human. I could be wrong. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, my point being is my guess is that since some Chinese reviews are included in Steam, there might be a situation where as well as like this is China coming out for China. Anyway, let's get into it. She might have told someone what she was planning. Okay, oh yes, that's right. So we ended with Wu Klomat basically making a decision to the best decision that she could make in her lifetime, which was to invite Kuana to be her sidekick. Ever greater, ever brighter. Trial is brimming with pride. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Wu Klomat has come into her own, has she not? Indeed, even as she moved the people with her heartfelt words, she retained her characteristic spontaneity, as evidenced by her nomination of Kuana as fellow Dawn servant. As sudden as it was, I would like to believe she gave it all due consideration. She could do far worse. Kuana completed every feat except the last, and that he only forfeited to help Wu Klomat secure victory. Why are we even trying to justify this? This is no-brainer. This is what we call in Canada a no-brainer decision. You don't need a brain to make this decision. I look forward to seeing how Tuliolol will prosper under their care. Everyone, thank you for coming. I could see you all perfectly up there. That was an impressive speech, Dawn Servant. Nodder, I told you, no titles. Yes, Dawn Servant. Besides, after everything we've been together, you're nothing less than family. So, like my family does, I'd like you to call me Lamati. I'll try to pronounce it correctly. It'll be my honor, Lamati. Thank you, it means a lot to me. It would also be my honor to call you Lamati. Mine as well. Indeed, consider us your Eorzean cousins, if such a notion appeals to you. I love Alphino. I love him more than I do Wuk-Lamat. Eorzean cousins, it's a little embarrassing, but not in a bad way. Who asked you? Aaronville's like, what about me? There's still lots I'd like to say, but I need to make my rounds first. I want to thank my supporters who visited for the occasion. Could you wait for me here? Of course, we'll keep ourselves entertained. Yes, sure. That said, would you join me, Nico? Oh my lord. Why? Wonderful. Come and meet me outside the Winged Walk then. I guess this is where we go and meet all the people we met along the way. I'm so excited, chat. Oh. I just want to get to the next zone. Is that so crazy? I can't believe I saw Kent and Ram in attendance. Did you? Oh, Kent and Ram. Yes. Lamati? Lamati. Just say it the way Kwana says it with super sexy voice. Don't worry about us. Go and have fun with Lamati. She will always be Wuk-Lamat to me, no matter how important she gets. What is that meaning? Hey, Ben. How goes our favorite Lala Baker? Okay. Wuk-Lamat. Ready? Let's go. Our first stop is Aunt Tiltikos, and not just for a snack, I promise. Wuk-Evu and Mablu should be there. Oh, okay. Now, I loved... Oh, sorry. Wrong keys. I love the whole following thing, except for when Wuk-Lamat is with me. Sorry, Wuk. You're not the same. Ugh. I even hate the color orange. I hate warm colors. Anyway, let's keep going. How was my day? Well, I tried to do what Wooly said. I stayed up till 7 a.m. Then I slept till 3-ish. Then I got up, I did some adulting things. Then I went for dinner at a friend's house close by, where we had ribs and chicken bathed in amazing, luscious sauces with cheesecake and ice cream and buns and so many other things on the side. It was... I feel fat right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Dawn Servant Wuk-Lamat. Oh, she was marvelous up there, wasn't she? I simply wept with joy. I was not crying, but okay. It's been a while since I made it capital. I'm glad to find it so lively. Oh, Ohokali. These tacos are delicious, though no doubt even tastier if topped with reeds. Wuk-Evu, my favorite. My new B tier character. Dawn Servant Wuk-Lamat. Words cannot well express the profound joy your ascension has brought me. No need for formalities. I'm still the same old me. All right then. I shall forego the formalities. But I cannot. You are are the Dawn Servant. Too disrespectful it is to address you without your due title. As Dawn Servant, I'm ordering you not to bother with formalities. Alright then, I won't bother anymore. I could more easily converse with a drunken alpaca. Shut up, Tobley. No one asked you. Thank you for helping Wuklamat become Dawn Servant, Nico. Political opinions in our community may have been divided, but a Dawn Servant's ascension presents us all with a prime opportunity, which is why I convinced everyone to participate in a commemorative sales campaign. Oh, this is Hide the Pain Herald. Wonderful plan, no? My first big undertaking as a merchant. May you forever scam more people, Mobley. Moblu. I do like the sound of a sale, so long as I'm not persuaded to buy too much. Yeah, FOMO, Linuhanu. It's so good to see all of you again. I wanted to personally thank each of you for your help. The feat of reeds and the feat of gold were my first true tests as a claimant. If not for your guidance, I would have failed the right of succession before I fully understood its importance. Now that you've given me a taste for celebrating culture, I can't wait to see what else Tuliolal has to offer. In Zak Taral, for instance. As always, you must observe proper etiquette. I would be happy to offer my services as a tutor should you desire them. I can think of no better instructor. I'll be sure to bring Kwano as well. Your duties as Dawn Servant will be plentiful, but don't forget your promise to attend Ihihana next season. Of course, I wouldn't miss it. When I've made a name for myself as a merchant, I'll come by the palace and tell you all about my biggest sales. Oh my lord. Hee, I look forward to it. I've been personally tending to your alpaca's care. Dare we hope to see you at the ranch again? Ha! Tell my fluffy, spit-filled friend that Wuklamat will visit soon. We will. Anyway, you'll have to excuse us. Oh, you haven't seen Fontaine around here, have you? A tall, slim fellow with long, pointy ears. I saw a man matching that description by the weapons dealer in Bayside Bevy, in the company of a moblin and a pair of yokui, if I remember correctly. Oh, we're gonna just do them all in chunks. Bayside Bevy. I got it. Enjoy the festivities, everyone. And the tacos. It's a rare archetype. The hyper, that's a rare one. If you watched Fruits Basket and seen the monkey, you'll know. I hope Dawn Servant Koana will join us for Ihihanu. Could you imagine Koana in the boat? Koana / Wuklamat fanfiction. I wonder if it exists yet. Surely it must, right? It probably does. Don't worry. My super warm-blooded Catboy will save him from the dire fate of being stuck with Wuklamat forever. I don't hate Wuklamat. It's just she's not my favorite. It's probably because I've been spending a bit too much time with her. Or... oh my gosh, I forgot how huge Gerfler is. Yeah. Okay, Zermerwer. Citizens behold a high luminary with awe, no doubt. Few have seen one of his station or his stature. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is just something. Nope. For this meet again. I love the way the goblins talk. Ribs. Where are we? Post-coronation, Jonathan. We have not done much. Dawn Servant, Nico, you honor us with your presence. Thank you for coming, everyone. I know the journey to Tuliolal isn't a short one. Long road, worth the travel to congratulate new Dawn Servants. To hear the head of reason has passed brings me sorrow, but we who remember him will ensure he lives on. May the accolades of this day be as offerings to the future he envisioned. The High Luminary and I intended, on behalf of Warlar's Echo, that our people come en masse. It would have been an obstruction. Nonsense, you're always welcome, all of you. This is your city as much as anyone's. Who cares about traffic? I'm glad to see you hale and whole, Nico. Though I know little of the particulars, I can only imagine your latest adventure has been both long and colorful. That's one way of putting it. Beginning with near shipwreck, if you'll remember. Here we stand, celebrating the ascension of your claimant. Yes, it's been a moment. When my journey began, I thought only of preserving the peace that my father worked so hard to create. But the feat of pots, the feat of proof, and the feat of ice showed me that peace is not simply the absence of war. Being able to live together in safety and happiness, that was what my father envisioned for this nature. That's the Tulio lull I want for you all. So I promise this, as Dawn Servant, I will do everything I can to bring that same happiness to the bandits of Kozamauka and the Yokui of the Chiwager Saltern. I won't forsake them. As I was moved by your father's influence, so too may the Chiwager come to accept your peace. Their beliefs have stood for a millennium, while not easily shifted, neither are they immutable. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I can be pretty determined. They'll come around eventually, mark my words. I can vouch for the efficacy of such determination. Thanks to the Moblins Oops. Yikes. I think basically he's saying he's settling in really well. Now that good living is secure, the village overflows with field smiles. Such cooperation between help hands and potsworn is the very spirit of healthy pot pact. A partnership like yours is bound to be fruitful. I look forward to seeing the fantastic pieces you produce. There are some other people I'd like to see, so we should take your leave. Let's try and find Hunmu Rook. Is it Braxrax? I believe I saw him on the sands below. The Gleam Sands, thank you. Enjoy your time in the city, and remember, this will always be your home too. What is happening, VLX? Hello, VLX. Hello, Jonathan. And yeah, what is happening? Post-coronation. Yeah, Galul Jaja might want to fight him, for real. This city is one big happy pot. Glad everyone's happy here. I'm very, very glad. Awesome. Oh, there's a sightseeing log thing here. I did a few blue plus quests the other day. I got my Aetheryte travel for most of the zones. I got my hunt log stuff up to date. That's so cool. I love these little entries. Okay, now we're going to there's a song that's like, I always feel like somebody's watching me. That's like me with Wuklamat. Oh, Zerilja. Milalja. Okay, so Hunmuruk says, now if we recall, he is the papa, the biological father of our good Wuklamat. My, you honor us with a personal personal visit, Dawn Servant. Congratulations upon your ascension. No, none of that. My title may have changed, but I'm still just Wuklamat. More than just, I say. You've grown into a leader fit for this nation. Your father must be proud. I hope so, but big events like this make me wonder, you know, what my birth parents might say if they knew. I imagine... Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Oh, the double speak. Oh, gosh. I imagine they would say that it fills our heart with joy to see the strong, compassionate woman you have become. Oh dear. This is sad. I owe you my thanks as well for fulfilling your promise to me. Yes. I told Bakul Jaja to stay with us so we could all congratulate you in person. But he marched off, muttering something about not being able to face you just yet. Boy needs purpose. Purpose beyond catering to the demands of others. He was always too obliging for his own good. Whose fault is that, I wonder? I'm sure he'll find it in his own time. He can hang out with Alice. Alice has a thing or two to tell him about finding your own purpose. Especially if he knows his family is there for him. That we are. But by the by, have you seen Kitten Ram anywhere? Or Tanqua, that is. Kitten Ram was a strong name, if a bit exotic. We called upon him before leaving Mammook, but he wasn't at home. I don't recall seeing him at the ceremony either. Da da da! First Promise was noticeably absent as well, though I assumed he required time to salve his injured pride. Everyone thought he'd be the one to succeed Papa. My victory must have come as quite a shock to him. Yeah. As for Tanqua, I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Or ready to appear when we least expect him. Yeah, okay. You'd best be going, but relax and enjoy and make yourselves at home, and come and visit us at any time. This is what happens when you're too much of a hermit. When you go missing, people don't notice. All right, I think I found everyone I could find. Let's return to the others in the winged walk. Yes, you know what I'm going to do, Wuklamot? For the first time ever? For the first time ever, accompanied by somebody? I almost always walk around with the people because I like it. Anyway, I just want to get to the next zone. There are rumors that Galul Jaja may go on pilgrimage now that he's no longer Dawn Servant, though I'm sure the transition process will keep him in the capital for quite some time. Erinville was just regaling us with stories of Lamity from when they were little. What? The one about the taco? It was basically clean when I found it. Or no, the one about Papa's feathers? Look, I didn't know where else to wipe my nose, and I was too little to know better. Bade me extend his gratitude to you for assisting a concerned father? I'm not sure what he meant by it, but I assume you do. Oh, wow. Okay. Welcome back. I hope you didn't rush on our account. Nope. Not at all. I wasn't rushing at all.
Seen everyone you wanted to see?
Yes. And more than.
I have. Sorry for keeping you all. Now, there's just one last matter. What Kona spoke to you about. I'm sure he made it abundantly clear, but I'm completely serious. I want you to stay in Tulichola with me.
No. No?
I'm not forcing you, of course.
Oh, thank God.
But should you wish it, you'll always have a place here.
I like the surrounds, but I feel like I need some alone time.
Ah, that's right. This is for you.
I can barely handle being in the same room with my siblings for like 2 hours.
Granting passage to Shatural, which, as I recall, you've yet to see.
Yeah. Can I go hang out in Ultima Thule?
Like you could hardly resist. No?
I like to go back to the 13th with Zero. It's my vibe.
I can't believe our journey is over already.
Time for you to go in and do some paperwork.
You accepted me as a comrade and stood with me to the end. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you. Well, I had better get going. I need to start learning all my official Dawn servant duties. I'll be sure to share what my old man says about the Golden City too, once he tells me. Till then, feel free to pass the time as you like.
For now, I will remain in Tural. There's someone I'd like to see before returning to Charlian.
Oh. Do tell.
What about the rest of you?
Alize and I also intend to remain a while longer. As educational as this experience has been thus far, we feel there are even more lessons to be had for Garlemald.
Okay. So this is
By
where...
hearing about the peace your father facilitated, and then seeing you reforge relations with Mamuk, we were reminded of a profound truth. That is, acceptance begins with understanding.
And, like you demonstrated throughout the rite, there are unexpected yet effective ways for two sides to understand each other. The question is how to encourage it, and by seeing more of this nation born of unity, we hope to find some hints.
Okay, that's the twins. The twins... We now know why Erinville.
Personally, I can hardly wait to learn more about the City of Gold. So, if I may, I'd like to stay in Tula Yolal as well.
I want to go back to
By all
Charlian
means.
and
Your rooms are at your
chillax
disposal
in
for as long
Baldesion
as you need them.
Annex, and I want to, like...
And what of you? Thinking of touring Shaktural, perhaps?
Graha. I wanna go back to Baldesion Annex and say hello to Graha for a bit.
Then perhaps we could travel together?
Oh, wait a minute.
The person I intend to meet is my mentor, so I'll be visiting my hometown in Shaktural.
Well, this could be worse.
If you
This
have
could
no
be
particular
worse.
destination in mind, I'd be happy to guide you en route.
Maybe it could just be me and Erinville. Just me and Erinville together. Just the two of us.
Then it's farewell for now. Take care, all of you.
Every time chat keeps saying that Wook is with us forever, I know that the scene is just a lie. And it annoys the fuck out of me. Do your studies. Do your paperwork. Remember to keep on top of your filing. Don't make Kuana do all of the responsible duties. This is how it's gonna go, right?
When you're ready, come and meet me at the Shaktural Skygate.
Oh! Oh! Baby! Baby! Probably super
We're
evil,
friends to
but...
the end, you hear me? Friends to the end!
Okay, let's go, Erinville. Bye! Okay, Koana's doing all the paperwork. If I was Koana, I would set aside paperwork just to teach her on purpose. It's like my brother. If my brother could get away with it, he would never do anything in the house. Do you think I'm letting that happen? No. I will slowly but surely shunt some of my responsibilities onto him because it's about time he grow up. It's like, hell no. Fuck no. In fact, if she does actually abscond from her duties and leave the hard bits to Kwana, my respect for the character will probably go in the shitter. It's like Thor. It's the Thor problem. Oh, I want to be king, but I don't actually want to do all of the stuff that is necessary to be king. It's one of the issues that I have with leftism. They talk about fixing society, but they don't actually want to sit around and actually deal with the practicalities of the nitpicky detail to ensure that, you know, nothing goes sideways. That's one of my huge issues. You could see it with that whole commune thing that was set up outside of Portland or Seattle or whatever that went down the tubes. Anyway, let's get into it. Aaronville. Past these gates and over the bridge lies Shak Tural. You have your pyramid, yes? Packed and ready? No last-minute stops to make before we leave. Forgive me. I'm afraid traveling with our new dawn servant may have scarred me for life. I feel your pain, Aaronville. Okay. Meanwhile, in the depths of the sky-deep cenote. Oh boy, here we go. Somebody kidnapped Kitten Ram. Oh, it's the I nearly said evil. We don't know if he's evil, but oh dear. Someone's opening the city of Gold Gate. If you're Kawana, would you want Luke Lamont to do the nation's paperwork? She better learn. It doesn't matter what you want to do. This is what I dislike about the boss. It doesn't matter if it's girl boss or boy boss. The hero, like at least in Naruto, you can shit on Naruto all you want, but at least in Naruto Shippuden, they actually have a scene where Naruto is sat down with Iruka and he has to actually learn shit. It's called growing up and maturing. Instead of having all of the responsibility and none of, like, having all of the power and none of the responsibility. It's nothing to do with, oh, would you want it or not? Is the same to the goal. Yeah, I don't know what to say. We weren't allowed in there. 2 decades ago, your father bade me transcribe a letter to a scholar across the salt petitioning the study of this place. What he discovered was something the dawn servant feared enough to steal away forever, or so he thought until the right's objective became the city of gold. But to think that Tanqua would be entrusted with its safekeeping, had I known that doddering old fool carried a set of keystones, we might have spared ourselves those tiresome feats. What? Okay, so these are the people who hurt Ket and Ram. Great power sleeps here, and with it you shall obtain your birthright. So you say, yet the new dawn servants succeeded where I could not. Taking their throne will be no easy task. The resilient son underestimates his own potential. There's no need for worry. Remains the sixth for a while for Naruto to learn? Yeah. I've liberated the key from the dawn servant's vault. You alone have the means to unlock the gate. Oh boy, this is going to be great. This is fantastic! You will gain all you were denied. The right your father shade, these bitter memories shall soon be forgotten. This is not a... Seize your destiny, promise. Open the gate and become the ruler you were destined to be. Oh. Okay. Interesting. It's working. is some there can hear me? Uh-oh. Oh boy. It's probably going to be that girl that's at the top of the poster. At last! Who's there? Show yourself. If only could, alas, this gate will not open for me. Only the key in your possession can connect us. Oh. Oh, this is going to be great. This is fantastic. Then you are the guardian of the city's great power? I do not claim this power is great, but the knowledge I possess is enough to realize any desire. To remake worlds. Oh, that's fantastic. That's great. Is that so? Fascinating. Name your price then, for my desire is the world itself. Yes, yes, the resilient sun rises. Together we shall create a nation worthy of our rule. Promise. Why? Oh, wow. That was... that... We should have seen that one coming. The useless tool is cast aside. Really? Okay. He was really smart at some points. Deliver me a new world, one that bends to my will. Okay. As you wish, but in exchange... making a deal with the devil here. This bro gonna be eaten alive by a bigger batter. Never outshine the master. That is true, Epic. You are right about that. Yeah, the bro, I guess, was not smart enough. I do kind of like the after-school lessons in this X-Pack, though. It's nice. The after-school lessons. She's like the maw, and no one escapes the maw. Intelligence is not wisdom. That is true. That is true, Epic. Aaronville's ready to set off. Okay, so ready to get underway? Nodding. Then present your travel pass to the guard and let us be off. You won't have to wait long to enjoy sightseeing. The bridge to Dawntrail is a wonder in its own right. Okay. This gate is barred to all save those with express permission from one of the Dawn servants. Signed by Val Wuklamat herself. My apologies, sir. If you should wait here a moment. Wow, this is a whole production. Ooh, one of my favorite pieces of music. I love this. Okay, let's go. This is like Circus Towers motif, I think.
Shall we then?
Yep, let's go. Oh, that's so nice. It's a long walk. I hope I brought a bottle of water. Hey! Theory Bind! Arm! VLX! Rufus! People are here. Wow. Whoa. Now we're in Dark Tower.
On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shitona tongue.
Oh, wow. Is this Mexico?
A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants.
This place is dismal.
Change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered. Embracing this opportunity,
Ooh, a hot
Val
cat boy.
Kona supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame.
This is California.
It is
Welcome
here
to
that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition. My home, Yasulani, lies past Shaloni.
Yeah, but Aaronville's not the same as Wuklamat
The
for me.
railroad should make it easier.
I'm good with Aaronville. I need a little break from the orange friend.
As we
Plus,
wait to the
he's
train
eye
station,
candy.
Let's ride these fellows, shall we?
At least he's a guy that I can, like, drool over. Like, I would put, if I was gonna, put characters in a tier, Aaronville would go into A, and Wook, for me, would go into, like, B or C. And I don't hate her, it's just... He's a bro, she's a girl, and she's just very repetitive. What have we here? Let's just say there's no mystery with Wuklamat. There's a lot of mystery with Aaronville. What you see is what you get with Wuklamat. That's what I'll say. Chardon Ronique? Right, so if one will suffice, I have a creature ready and waiting. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. Okay. Ronique have been acting strangely of late, more easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable. Picking out the few fit for Renton's proven bothersome work. Witcher 3. There's a lot of stable cat boys. This music is something else. This is moody. I was just pointing out Dawntrail knew when Wook needed to go on the shelf so far. Yeah. Yeah. You are fair. It is fair. Okay, so we will say pivot point. I'll put it on. I don't know if it's so great, but we'll put it down here. At pivot point, we got a short Wuklamat break. How about that? That is a fair point, Epic. We should make that concession. You are correct. And this music is super moody. They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either, but much has changed since I last was here. We can walk. Not the best start to our journey. Wow, this is almost as smoggy and dreary as the Chinese city I lived in. Still, the train station isn't far. Seeing as we aren't in a hurry, let's go on foot. Yeah, this looks dire. How about that, sir? As well traveled as you look. It's not only the Ronique that have been giving us trouble. Other wildlife have shown signs of aggression too. A merchant should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around until they do, and I'll see you both on Ronique for a safer trip. Oh, don't worry. Your offer is most appreciated, but I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about wildlife. Yeah. Is it a solo duty? Actually, I may be a little concerned. But the Ronique, Aaronville, the Ronique. Whatever gets us where we're going faster. Haha, if this is your first time in Shalon, I can I understand your enthusiasm. It'd be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. Fair point. If we're going to give you the authentic Shaloni experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. Right, change of plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time there while we're waiting. Take it you're heading to Husat Aoi. Then I'll have a man bring the Ranik over there. Just mind yourself around the drunkards, troublemakers, eh? So we got one hot cat boy. We got a cat boy here with a pervert tail. Hello. I love cowboy cat boys. This works for me a lot. This is like giving me like Witcher 3. We're gonna have sex on the back of her Ronique vibes. This is how it's gonna go down. Okay, so what are we doing? We're gonna speak with Aaronville. Wait a minute. Where is Aaronville? This is pretty dismal, chat. I'm not gonna lie. It says dust storms. This reminds me of the Chinese city I used to live in. The pollution would get so bad, especially in the winter, that you couldn't see across the street. This isn't as bad, but it has that same dingy kind of... Ooh, ether current. I love. Let's go. I love this stuff. This is so gritty. Am I going to get in a bar brawl? Cat boys love deserts because of it's a giant litter box. If you want to be a furry and enact your poopy fetishes, that's up to you. But my cat boy is a northern cat. He comes from a land of snow. So he's actually probably dying on the inside right now. He's coping. Last time I was here, it was little more than a camp with a shop or three. Going to do a femboy ranch poses here. Would you say the zone shows a lack of care for it? I'll after I do a couple scenes, Epic, I'll give my take. Things are looking a little... They're looking a little broken down, yeah. There's some wanted posters.
Now hold on a minute.
Oh my.
Some sort of trouble.
Oh, are we gonna already get into our first brawl? This is exciting. It'd be cool if we did a solo duty where you're just punching people. You can't draw your weapon. You only have like your fists, your feet, and you're just like punching people. That would be funny.
Give me strength.
Okay.
For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
Oh.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Wilred?
Let me remind you who the scum is here.
Oh, this is
Your
weird.
friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the deputy chief of the Dust Watch. And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still kicking up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Oh,
Sure
cat
he wouldn't
boy.
prefer his mama's teat?
The amount of cat boys. Oh my gosh, this is Catboy Town.
Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Okay.
Oh, stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zekoa. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch. Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
He has a nice earring.
Fine. If that's how it's gonna be.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Oh,
Is that?
oh, it's Estinian. Long time no
There's a
see.
time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
Listen to the man.
What?
Hey!
Oh wow.
What are you doing, Zekoa? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Oh my good lord. There's too many hot cat boys. I got competition.
Wahute, you sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over. You hear me?
One, two. And
You
there's
want to
me.
tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekoa is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends. But for good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife, there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
It's not what you thought it was, Estinian, and we were cock blocked, and I'm not allowed to go in, and things are fucked.
Contest is over.
It's fucked.
And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Shak Tural. What brings you north?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
Well, this is normal for Estinian. Going wherever the wind blows, hey? I had to choose A because it was close to
Guru
Canada.
Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future.
Oh my lord, you got paid for fighting? I didn't get paid.
But for
Maybe
now,
I got paid.
I shall be moving on.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
Am I Canadian as well? Yeah. Yeah, VLX. Yeah, Theory, I'm a Canadian. I'm an Ontarian, to be precise. That's why I sound like...
Sabotender here.
I sound a bit more American, I think. Because I come from Ontario. I'm an Ontario chick. I'm a Ontario chicky chick. Closer to the border. Closer to... Okay, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do the right thing, which is to attune. And I'm going to just talk about what I'm seeing here, okay? And I have some thoughts here. So let's attune. Let's take a look. Things seem a bit worn. Broken. Okay, let's talk about it. First off, when you're starting a new place, or you're increasing the thing for a town, it is usually normal to have crappy living situations, all right? But what we were told is that ceruleum was found underneath the crust. And this comes to, this has me thinking, okay? This has me thinking. Who came up with the brilliant idea of mining for ceruleum? Could it have been our super sexy Koana Catboy? Was he more or less in charge of pushing forward this progress? And the question is, was this progress pushed by Koana or from some other source that we don't know about? And if that source that we don't know about pushed it, is it possible that the source has not been so careful about how this progress has been happening? Okay, this is not me asking chat for hints. Do not hint things to me. Do not suggest things to me. But this is just me thinking out loud. It is very possible for even someone as good-hearted as Koana to let things get out of hand. And this is just a fact. But it could be something else. There could be another power at play that is pushing this forward. Cat Daddy. Oh my gosh, epic. Oh my gosh. You got paid in exposure. Estinian is a professional homeless man. You may even start posing van life blogs and videos. You still gotta, but you got to spend a lot of time with them. I was in Niagara last summer. Very cool. Western based myself. Okay. Yeah, I'm closer to Niagara, but I'm not in Niagara Falls. But I can definitely get there pretty quickly if I hop in my brother's car and he drives me there. Very close to the border. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk to Erinville and let's see if we'll get into like a bigger. I think they should have done a solo duty there where you don't have your weapons and you're just like brawling with people and you can only use your fists and things. That would have been hilarious. No sooner do we set out than we run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. This Dust Watch has the work cut out for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes, big or small, were settled by dueling. Yeah, this sounds like Gold Rush, California. This sounds like Gold Rush, West Coast. For a long time, the western states and province of BC were just, it was like a shit show because it wasn't as organized in terms of society. So things could go sideways quite a bit more. The peoples of Shealoni rarely saw eye to eye, and for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences, since most would sooner not risk their lives, though. It encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolutions in a roundabout fashion. The Dust Watch was likely established by supporters of Koana. Here we go, supporters of Koana, preferring peace be enforced through formal rule of law. But what if Koana is like Alphino and hired assholes? A reasonable stance, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Land's Guard would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Zoralja's authority. All of which is to say that, unless a lengthy stay in a jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms in town. Okay. What if I just kill everyone, though? What if I just kill everything? And that's I think where my thing is Juana could have set certain things in progress, but he simply does not have maybe all of the knowledge that is required to push forward, like a more, like, simply put, he could probably start initiatives in this area, but he may not be able to actually enforce change, right? Unless they brought in the Landsguard. And it seems like from Erinville's point of view that the people of Shaloni prefer their independence. They don't want to answer to some outsider force coming in. Erinville would not dither about for long. I should like to think the stableman has arrived with the Ronique by now. I'll go on ahead to check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find us when you've had your fill. Okay. Go in here. Oh, this is homey. This pictures of this were taken. This is very nice. Very, very nice. How lovely. Is there a second floor? Oh, there is. Ooh. Another cat boy. Hello. Situated near the Tulialal trailhead. As time passed, however, a new saloon and other entertainments drew in the local cerulean miners. Within a few short years, the depot has become a thriving trading post. I think that highlights our past discussion that he may lack social intelligence as a balance to technology knowledge. Well, yeah, and it's, you can be really good with starting things, but he would need Wuklamat and people like me to help suss out folks that might be less than good. Right. We should get a spin-off with Estinian. Yeah, like Tatru's Grand Adventures, but it's Estinian's Grand Adventures. We abide by rule of law, not rule of fists. I think that highlight, Jonathan, I'm still hoping for a Dion DLC. Yeah, so it seems like they're trying to change things to a more formal rule of law, but we'll see. It can be hard to change people. I love the music, though, with the creepy wind chimes. It's so good. This is good. Friend, I take it. Sorry to have kept you both waiting. Unruly wildlife's not the only source of recent distress, I'm afraid. Also been a rise in robberies targeting merchants. As a result, we've got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use our Ronique, which is why I have to ask that you should stop at Sheshenewezi Springs. That's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dust Watch dealt with this banditry? Karnaka and his fellows are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang, rounding them up. All up's easier said than done. If you have anything of value, you'll want to take care. Thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Right then, if you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. Okay. Ready then? Saddle up. Your friends seem to know the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. Yes, so we're gonna... Oh, my poor balls. My poor cat's balls. This is your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care not to let go. Okay. Continue to be struck by how much Shaloni has changed. For the better or for the worse? I'm feeling like it's for the worse. Be honest with me, Erinville. Was it for the worse? A town we just visited wasn't even here several years ago. Okay, so that's a neutral change, I think. I don't think that's for the worse. The few reliable opportunities to replenish water supplies, travelers turn to noble tenders. Not just for food in their stems, mind, their fruits are also said to be both nutritious and delicious. Okay. Fantastic. See that hole there? Some might hope to find water there, but it's just, it's all ceruleum. Cautionary tales of people who wander too close. Wow, this is the Wallachie. Ah, yes, Blue Mage. Yes, I have only done a bit of Blue Mage. Yeah, but that's a discussion for another time. We are here. Yeah, so Blue Mages and the Wallachie. Yeah, a good thing for these Ronig. No sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They're really short on Ronig. Hope they don't overwork those poor animals. Too bad I didn't have a 2-person whale mount that I got from the store on sale. Now then. This is Shishinawezi Springs, perhaps the busiest town here in Shaloni. People travel here from all over, hoping to find their fortune. Change come to Husatawai was surprising enough, but this is no less impressive. They've achieved a great deal in the 3 years I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Iate is her name, and if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she'd never let me hear the end. She set out from our village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she traveled about Tyrol. I can but assume she too came here seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let us see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. Okay. Aaronville's saying, this is your first time? Let's take it slow is a bit of a meme now. Told them what to do at the start. They didn't need me to check up on them. The right answers were obvious. Dialogue, I imagine, from Quannet. Yeah. Probably thought, I put adults in control. Adults should know what to do. Meanwhile, the adults are like corrupt AF. I could see that happening. Doesn't mean, though, that he can't be a good ruler. I still think he'd be much more commonsensical than Wuklomat. But together, they'd both be good. Just need to take a little trip in here. This place isn't looking as bad. Not as bad. It's still pretty worn down, but it's not as bad. Oh. Who could have thunk it? Blue-haired Shatona. Yes, I am Iate, and who might you be? He is my friend. Oh, is this Aaronville going to meet the girl that broke his heart? Could it be? Goodness, it is. Aline, Aaronville. Yes. A man grown. You were such a darling little thing as a child. I've gotten laid already. You know, it's only been 3 weeks since we last spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose it all starts to get hazy after a while, living as long as we do. Well, this is Iate. She's known my mentor since we were children. Nice to meet you. Are you Aaronville's girlfriend? Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown. Ellen Shipya? No wonder he called himself Aaronville. That's a different one. Elena Shipya? Alenspia. That's a terrible name. Elena, what now? All right. I was born Elena Shipya. I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner, thank God. One that adheres to Eastern Veer conventions, so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate it if you could continue using my chosen name. I support this decision, Aaronville. That's fine. I love the name Aaronville. Aaronville is a gorgeous name. A homecoming? You know, I've been thinking of paying the old stamping grounds a visit myself. It would be good to see Kaklua again. Sounds like the piece that's inside of your ear, Kaklia. She's the finest archer I know. Aaronville's mother and mentor. Every time I drop by, she'd treat us to a veritable feast prepared with fresh game she'd hunt herself. Ooh, so you're impressive with the bow too, Iate, even among the Shitona. Oh, I wouldn't compare to Kaklua, but her skills at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her a place among Gulu Jaja's traveling companions, after all. Yes, so she was the... Okay, yeah, we knew this. This is not a surprise. She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tural lit a fire in her. Even after Elena was born, she often left him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. So, is this lady Elena's biomom? This is questions. Oh, how would you cry and beg her to take you along? It must have been hard on you. Yeah, your mother's a bitch. Iate, please. What? We're all friends here, aren't we? Aaronville's like, actually, no, I'm emotionally dead inside. No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Wow, okay. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best efforts, all paths led nowhere. I assumed it was but a dreamer's fancy, a ploy to goad me into experiencing the wider world. She sounds like my mom, so don't worry, Aaronville. But it was real, and we found it. Haha, take that, Mom. You found it? Yeah, we found it. It's no big deal. I mean, it's a door. It looks like an Allegan thing, but it's not Allegan's, but we don't really know. We got cock-blocked. It's part of the rite of succession. I assumed everyone had heard. That's amazing. Oh, she'll be thrilled. And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. Laughter. I didn't say Iate was his mom, Hirokos. I said the Kaklua. Kaklua is his mother. Not Iate. Obviously not. Aaronville, this is your first time. Let's take it slow. Just not having Wuklamat tied to my hip. Yeah, I'm having fun with just Aaronville. This is great. Yeah, Iate, I did not figure Iate is his mom. Iate is his babysitter, his older sister. Kaklua is his mother, his bio mom, assuming that because it said when you were a baby. So I'm assuming that Kaklua had him and then she went off because she had other things to do. Very similar to a keeper mother, and he ended up with some emotional stagnation. It's okay. We can bro fist together. Well, we should be on our way. Not. Thank you so much for stopping by. Give my best to Kaklua. Help! I need help! What's that about? My catboy looks really concerned. We'll investigate. Please wait here. Is it somebody getting in super trouble? Aaron has mommy issues. It is 110% Koana carries his mommy and poppy issues on his sleeve. You can tell right away from like how he talks about things that he's upset about how he was treated. More cat boys. This is not me coming home, but yeah, there's a lot of cat boys in this zone. I feel like my thirst for cat boys is being sated. No doubt, these are the infamous local bandits. Oh, it's a pork Randy! Namika, please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's Namika, Wuklamat's nursemaid. Wait, what? Aaronville, Nico. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. Okay. If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh, yeah? Hold on. Did he say this is Wuklamat's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss. We'll deal with this. Girl runs off. Come back! You have to give it back. No! I'm going after Namika. This lot I leave to you. Hello, boys. I've had a long day. Cocky bastard, I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. Oh, wow. Oh, do you want to see me? We can deal with them later. First, we need to put this one in the dirt. Oh, I'm going to come on. I do like the cutout of his trousers, though. I'm going to tie him up and drag him to my... I didn't know I had a cabin out in this wilderness, but I have a cabin now. And, yeah. 2 warriors of light. Yeah. That's right. Have you ever seen Bahamut? My Bahamut is going to crush you. You guys may have guns, but I have demigods. Oh, hey, duck. Yeah, this is Murka, but this isn't just any Murka. This is like Far Cry. This is like Western America. Okay. She's fine? Yeah, okay. Very certain somebody. Namika. Yeah. It's Red Dead Final Redemption. Final Redemption. Final Fantasy. Final Redemption. Final Red Redemption. Final Redemption Cry. Thank you. I don't know what I could have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea where they are headed. You said they stole something from you. It's probably something Wuklamat. Yeah, look at this. We knew it. A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wuklamat. I see. Close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. What brings you all this way? The right of succession ended, and Wuklamat crowned the next Dawnservant. She is ready to stand on her own. Is she, though? I told her as much, and of my plans to return home to Yasulani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. It filled me with such joy. I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve, but now it's gone. I would have let them take every coin to my name if only they had left me that bracelet. Oh, we'll get your bracelet back, lady. I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. Yeah, we're going to go spank them. I'm going to knock them senseless. This is my... We don't have noons in Keeper Society, but this is my noon moment. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. Oh, psh, we'll be fine. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Yeah, well, I mean, Aaronville, he could die. He could be fridged, but I got plot armor. Nico will make certain of that. Oh yeah, bruh, I got this. I might die in solo duty, but I will come back with my dynamis. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well. To be sure, all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wukalamat put so much faith in you both. Before anything else, let's see her back to Shishinewazi Springs. She'll be safer in town, and with Iate there to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. Good evening, Vic. Have fun. I'm assuming at work or something. Wait the... Okay. Yeah, my boy is so gorgeous. Okay. Let's go back into town. Let's make sure the lady gets to safety. I wonder how safe is this cerulean fumes? I'm just wondering. Just wondering. I love the amount of debris that they put around here. It's so nice. The zones in this expansion are top tier. Number of Iate's mining fellows are here as well. Namika's in good hands. Don't worry. Aaronville told me what happened. You needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick up a fuss and see them driven off. That bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. It makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're setting things right, all right. Yeah. It turns out Dustwatch is behind everything. This is such a trope. This is going to be a tropey AF. But let's see what happens. All right, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Wukalamat, we must be mindful how our actions might reflect upon her. Okay. I don't really care, but alright. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of said gift if lives are taken in the process. She wouldn't. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dustwatch. Well, now, that makes me think you're strong. Really strong. Are you? Okay, I'm going to be honest, chat. If I was going to answer this as Chieko, I would be like ... because I'm not strong. Or I'd be like, no more than any other casual player. I'm Nico Kurokumo. I am my fantasy. You saved the star. That's a bold claim to make. Oh, have you flown in a spaceship? But if true, that certainly speaks to your strength. Yep. Your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you could tell us about these bandits? Bandits, not band-aids. Bandits. Those bandits are going to need some band-aids by the time I'm done with them. Let's see. Well, of late there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tona Ten Yawi to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect lair for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you'll be investigating the place. I can let the Dustwatch know if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if we went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain, if you have no objections. Right then, let's be off. Please don't be a murder hobo. Mwah! Robbing the elderly? Yeah. Yeah. Robbing the elderly. Yeah, that's pretty low. Have you beaten up an eldritch bird god bent on erasing life? Overall, I love the zone. Overall, I love all the zones. Yeah, the zones. It's not even the type of zone, okay? I'm going to be frank. I think dusty, desert, stormy, sandy. I would never live in the south of America. Or South America, maybe, but not the south of America, the United States. I personally think this kind of biome is horrific. However, it's just like, it looks really good, and they've packed in really realistic kind of stuff, and the music is very, very good. So I'm enjoying that part. Like, it's just they've created a sense of being full of things, if that makes sense. This expansion now is a kangaroo. Oh my gosh! Or what about those bear things that they keep talking about? The meme, you know, the meme thing that Australians have? It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. Are we surprised? No. Drop bears. Yes, drop bears. We should be able to get like a drop bear mob boss in the Mericidia. And then you can like ride a drop bear. And then you can get like a drop bear minion. They've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dusk Watch not have noticed by now? Because they are the Dusk Watch. Question for another time. First, we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. If you would go and have a look about, I'll keep watch for trouble. Do we have Link Pearl connection? Yeah, I love this music. I'm not even into like garage band rock, but this kind of stuff, like, it makes me think of Blue Saraceno. I don't know if anyone is in Bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop. Yeah. This reminds me of, like, Blue Saraceno. As you lean in to listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled chatter. Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, praying we'd strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we have got a boss who can keep the Dust Watch off our backs, huh? Hey, watch what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of them sainted souls was running our crew? That drunk who bought your story about the gold-shitting alpaca, am I right? Ha ha ha. Yeah, see, we called this. It's probably... The deputy sheriff is probably corrupt. He's probably got a little thing going on the side. Ooh, there's an Aetherite over there. This is a whole archetype. This is Cowboy Story 101. This makes me want to write Catboy MM cowboy story. The bandits will not notice you here. Okay. Eavesdropping. Don't notice this super sexy catboy listening in. Okay, a familiar voice rings out through the wall. Oh. Let me out of here, you bastard. Shut your mouth, you sniveling little brat. Make me. I'll get you all back for framing my friends. The vulture most of all. You tell him he can eat shit. Heh heh. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. Exciting. Yeah, this is all becoming... I like this eavesdropping thing, by the way, chat. This is great. This is much better. This is how you tell a story, okay? This is how you tell a story. We're doing something that's interesting, and we're getting the situation without someone telling us that this is a situation. Oh, time to kill somebody. You fucked around and you found out. Yeah, that's right. Get a taste of my book. The good, the bad, and the fantasy. Ugh. I am absolutely sickening. I've brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? Bet it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot! How are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, please, I'm sorry. Sigh. I reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions. Sell it for a song. Here, your reward. And don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. Okay. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. So, were you able to learn anything? Oh, boy, howdy. Boy, howdy. We learned all about them their leader is a man of the Dusk Watch? Yeah, I bet it's that deputy sheriff. You take my meaning, little sprout. That'll explain why these bracelets have been able to do as they please. Oh my gosh, these bracelets. Wow, I'm really out of it. That would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please. And you say they gave the bracelet to him? Seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Zakawa. That's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And you say they threatened to take him to speak with the vulture? Their leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Yeah. This is like the Griffin from Stormblood. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies and Husat Tao, but we also know he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though, if he's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. We need to get him alone. I'll storm their hideout. I can take them. Okay, we're going to get him alone. Let's do this. Let's do this the smart way. You're right. If we confront him with his henchmen around, our violent outcome is all but guaranteed. I'm okay with violent outcomes. But yeah, I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the south of here. Luatinyawausa. What in the world is that name? We're just going to call it Lua, everyone. Lua. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. Okay. Okay. So let's get going. Oh, it's really to the south. Okay. They're like, we can't really explain what we saw the other day, but we saw this guy on a leafy pile squiggling its way across a sandy desert, and there was just simply no words for this. I'm coming for you, Ben, you little Lalafell sprite. I'll cap your ass. Wow, this place is not at all depressing. If we were to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Yehehekaya, dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, oh my lord, I can create an attractant that resembles the smell when burned. We can then lure the Yehehekaya into the bandit's hideout, flushing out the vulture and his gang. Then, while they contend with our flying friend, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask that you collect the excrement. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take these 3 pouches, see them filled, and I will handle the rest. Holy shit, literally. Party is going to have so much to say, because anytime they get you to collect feces, she will go on and on about the asm step. Yeah, Ben knows. I think the locals would be concerned about a morble running around with a cat girl in their vines. They're like, the stench. The stench. In a minute is not being sneaky enough? Clearly not. In a minute, though, is a dancer, so Ben is being a flamboyant. But we're gonna have some trouble up here, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna pick them up. Yeah, here we go. It's okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm feeling myself here. Oh, no sign of poop. Okay. Oh, no. Apparently the Japanese players didn't like the quest. Meanwhile, we're like, yeah, we're collecting poop, lol. Wait a minute, they didn't like the idea that they were collecting poop? But we collected poop already before. This is a time-honored tradition as far as we're concerned. Azim has been collecting poop for ages. We've at least done it twice before now. Really? foul smelling nest. I'd like to believe that I went back to Limsa and I glammed my hands. You find a pile of droppings and generally scoop them into your pouch. Okay, let's see here. Leavings filled sack. A small hemp sack full to bursting with leavings. Though you pray to the 12, it doesn't actually burst. The item descriptions, by the way, chat, if you've never taken the time to read the item descriptions, let's just say that they are worth taking the time to read. Oh my lord. Oh, this actually feels, bizarrely enough, this feels very appropriate. I'd get my retainer to do it. Yeah, I'm not sure on the details, but it was a complaint from them. That is hilarious. That is so funny. I don't see it as a big deal. I think it's hilarious. Nopali tender. That's what they drink stuff from, and they eat their fruit. Okay. Finished already, have we? Yes, here is your leavings-filled sack, Aaronville. It just like bursts out all over him. Excellent. This will do nicely. Oh, will it? All that's left is to mix the feces with tumblecloth fibers, dried nopali tender root, and generous helping of animal fat. Ugh. Come, let's get back to Tona Tenawali. Blah, blah, blah. The names in this place are not at all conducive to being said. Ben. 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 The man. Wait 1 second. Here. I'll put it over here. Get on. There you go. I know that Ben likes his chocobo, so we'll ride a chocobo. It will feel very canonical. This is the Drat chocobo that you can get with gold feathers if you have a friend who has played the game for extreme amounts of time. You do the friend code. You can get the feathers. Yeah. There we go. All right. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Creamy hot chocolate. Mmm. Wild banana blend. Yum, yum. Tender shortcake. Fruit and aloe. These literally, these are really nice sounding. But I'm just going to go with money. A fair number appears to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I'll keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The hee Kaya will come soon after. Every time I say yee I think like Michael Jackson. Yee. Can you imagine? And the foul-smelling attractant. A sack of ingredients that, when burned, is guaranteed to attract Yihihi Kaya and leave near everything else fit to retch. Oh. Yes, we're gonna be vomiting. We're gonna be puking our eyes out. Santana's leave your lights on? I don't know if I've heard that. What's that smell? Ugh, that reeks. This is hilarious. What did you put in the fire? It wasn't me, I swear. Ugh, did something die here? Oh, it's the guy. Well, we knew this already. Someone wanna explain that ungodly stench to me? Wow, what a surprise. Oh, it's on his body. Oh, fuck us. Well, you know what? Fuck him. Boss? Over there. Huh? Whoa. What in the world? I'd be worried a bit too. I'm not gonna lie. Run for your lives! Getting dry humped by a pterodactyl to death? Yeah, I'm sure. So the smoke's what drew them here. I swear, when I find out who did this. I'd say your friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Yeah, but we got a problem. We got a small issue. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here, in case you've forgotten. Sit tight. We'll be back for you. Shut the fuck up. What? You gotta get out of me here now. They're gonna kill me. Ah! This is hilarious. I'm begging you, please. Shh. I hear you. Shit. Who was that? Hey, are you gonna help me? Or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. What? I can run after him. Wow, this was a shit show. Literally. Literally. Okay, Sakawa, wanna explain yourself, sir? Thanks, I owe you one. For a moment there, I thought you might actually leave me behind. No. This isn't the spicy invited party I was invited to me. All that effort, not to show for it. Yeah, poor Aaronville. Miroko says, Aaronville doesn't know how to hide from people, but animals. Rip. Yeah, I agree, Miroko's. He, in many ways, Aaronville is one of those, like, smart bros like Kawana, but when it comes to dealing with people, they're a bit... Summon Bahamut on the fight. AoE damage will murder them all. Yeah, just mega flare them to death. Nobody needs to know what happened. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. Yeah, about that vulture. No need to apologize. We're planning to save you, eventually. Really? And I don't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine or something? No, I only go for cat boys, sorry. No, you're not a cat boy. I'm fine. I'm having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. Yeah. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dusk Watch. Okay, so time to find the actual chief. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out back there. Was that a good plan or a shit plan? Oh my gosh. Lamau. It was a good plan, but it went to shit. Considering how blind those mobs are, however, storming through the front gate would have worked. Yeah. Okay. I have an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there now, too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. Okay. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits at Tona, they're called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folk who needed help to even the odds. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a duel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses in a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made damn sure they did every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. Then about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question, but when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Yeah, that you gotta lead with reward. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, Quicana and Lewine, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. Aw, this poor guy. Okay. And that's why you're ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was, until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner. Then, well, you know the rest. You said the Dust Watch would be of no help. Are they working for the Vulture, then? They're probably like patsies. They don't know. No, not all of them. Yeah, I imagine they're patsies. The Sheriff, Kamaka, he's as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chiefs, who do you think he'd believe? Yeah, that's a problem. Well, if he knows where this vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Mika's bracelet. What do you think? Yeah, let's go with this. Let's go. Maybe we can get a solo duty or a dungeon. For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask you, hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Shishinawezi Springs. A romantic plan? It was a spicy plan. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Yeah. Let's go, Aaronville. I don't foresee this zone being everyone's favorite to hang out with, because it feels like a fairly desperate place. But it is a great zone. I love it. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Hopefully Ben doesn't take any damage. Oh, he's in a cutscene. He's safe. Ugh. The sigils that appear when you're summoning are just so cool. We'll give Ben the immersion that he needs with a chocobo. It'll just be a little bit bigger than usual. He is very tiny in there. He can't see nothing. Are we there yet, Koa? Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not Koa. I'm Nico. Are we there yet, Nico? Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Okay. Oh, wow. 97. Holy shit. Okay. Shouldn't be long now before Weehoo shows up. Aaronville looks expectantly for Weehoo. Weehoo! Hee hee! It's a good place for cowboy G-posers. I want to put on my little short booty denim shorts and a really skanky top, and I want to do a G-pose. I want to do a G-pose with my boy bending over a counter. Is that too spicy for chat? Well. Look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he could just walk in and do whatever he wants. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels, where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel to Tuliolol, where they're sold off. That's great. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'd trust a lackey with that business, given the provenance of the piece. No, I'll wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Husatawi, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. Yeah, we gotta capture him with the bracelet on him. First, we need to lure him away from here, over to Husawatawi. Would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the other to search the barrels for any stolen goods. And using that, we'll expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Weehoo's carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try. And that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that will be the end of the vulture. Plan is not without its flaws, but what do you think? I say let Kawa have his duel. We can trust in the old laws, as long as we get the bracelet back. Where's the fourth option that says, well, if things get fucky, I can always step in? Because that's the option I want to say. No, let's just do the third one. Bracelet's really important to you, huh? Don't worry, I'll see to it that you get it back. If you're satisfied, then so am I. Yeah, I heard that there's some third-party stuff for 14 that can help you pose your character even better. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tona 10 Yaoi, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you. But you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You'll want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Husatawi. Once you've got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Okay. Alright then, let's get to it. Did he overhear us? Okay. He say Yawa slightly that Shitona's doing. What's his angle? And then there's that brat. It's past time I dealt with him. Gentle poke. I don't want to poke this guy. What's this? Ah, an unfamiliar face in these parts. Ahem, have you need of the dust watch, sir? There was this problem and I was held up. What? Sakawa tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? Yeah, I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, sir. Might it trouble you to take me to him? Oh, wow. I'm escorting a criminal. This is great. This is fantastic. Okay. So let's go over here. Let's have a little chat. Small talk first. Okay, no small talk. Not that this is appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist, Shisha Nawezi Springs is home to a thriving ceruleum mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. No shit, you don't say. You don't say. Surveying. Is this the place? I don't see him. Whoops. Silly me. This isn't the right place. I see. Very well. Lead on. Yeah, this music is... Ugh. For some bizarre reason, it's doing a lot for me. Oh, there's another talkie-talkie up here. What's this? There's gold in these fields. Blue gold, Texas tea. Ahem. Best beware of the beasts in these parts. They may prefer to snack on ceruleum. For you, I reckon they'd make an exception. What's that supposed to mean? That's so weird. Okay. Alright. Just trying to get rid of this mob. Oh, shit. All right. We dealt with it. Is this the place then? Sorry, I'm still learning my way around here. I'm a foreigner. Is this some sort of joke of all the... Let's keep moving. I'm new in these parts. Oh, fine. Boy. This better be the place. I left him tied up around a big rock. Must have been a different rock. My patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. If he isn't in the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Excuse me, did you just see me pull out a phoenix out of my ass? I'll phoenix your butt. Unless you'd rather I feed you one raw, needles and all. Cut the chit-chat. Oh my lord. Sir. You need to calm down. Or I might just accidentally, lose you in a canyon on the way. Alright, where is he? don't see him anywhere. Where's Akawa? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Confound it. He must have escaped. Where could he have gone? That's it. I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hey, weehoo. You looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you. Need more oil barons? No kidding. He's molding. Ooh. Music is getting... Ooh. Hi.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Oh, that's a surprise. Time to duel! Oh my good giddy aunt. The amount of hot cat people in this... Oh my lord. Okay, focus. Focus! Focus.
You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Ace attorney. Objection!
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag!
Oh. Oh.
So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
He's like dying on the inside.
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
Not you, Cat Daddy.
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it then?
Yeah, that was a slip up.
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
You'd have to... Oh, come off it. I saw you with the bracelet. You would have had to arrest yourself. My cat teeth is so hot.
What's the meaning of this, Wahoote?
Okay, so here's the thing, chat, alright?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only because I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
No, actually.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
He's probably a terrible shot. But to be fair, IRL dueling, by the way, chat, was extremely risky.
I challenge you to a duel.
Because, like, there was no, sometimes the guns were so shitty, it couldn't even hit people. Like, other people were...
Yeah, have at it. Let your pistols do the talking.
Wow.
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
If you don't...
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
What you call me?
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Oh, we're ready.
Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
That is one hot catboy right there. Holy shit. Is that my cousin? Oh, holy shit. Oh my gosh, they did the tumbleweed. This is great. This is great. Wow, wow, bow, bow, wow, wow, wow.
Oh, you little shit!
That was so anime. It was great. It was so cowboy. It was great.
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
This is like giving me like strong, like old Final Fantasy vibes as well. Not that I've ever played those. Oh my gosh, that catboy over there. Oh my gosh. That catboy though. That black-haired catboy. Holy shit. He doesn't even have a name, but I'm going to make him a name.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense.
Catboy wins.
You're free to go.
W's, W's, W's.
As are your friends.
Cat Daddy to the rescue.
You're not such a bad guy after all.
Well, no, he was always pretty nice.
Just a man of the wilds, like you.
Oh, it's Kamaka. Oh, so sweet.
But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
Well, maybe Zakawa needs
What are you gonna
to.
do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Oh my lord, Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody.
Okay. What about that black-haired?
But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow.
Oh dear. There's a spelling error. That's my first spelling error that I've really seen in Final Fantasy XIV.
What I've always done.
Should I go to the forums?
Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the Vulture.
I'm gonna have to replay that later on. I need to screen cap that one super sexy Catboy. Holy shit, that Catboy was hot. Yeah, that was a pretty good shot, Zakawa. That was a pretty good shot, yeah. Oh my lord, is this... maybe I will be hanging out here forever and a day. Oh my lord, Party is going to like the bartender. Party... Hello. Yeah, I gotta say, holy shitballs. This place is like hot Catboy Central. Now I know where all the hot Catboys went. That ended up being more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. Phew, finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you another day. Oh, that's some food. Okay. We're going to have an inventory situation here. This is going to get a bit rough. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Now that we have the bracelet, let's return to Shishinawezi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Chico after daddy cousins. Nico has a cousin? Yeah, I didn't think so, but holy crap, don't you think it was the closest to my Catboy in the game? Spelling error. Final Fantasy XIV unplayable. Yeah, did everyone see that spelling mistake? Even I was shocked. Summer vacation was the Catboys Chieko met along the way. That is so true, Theory. This wasn't what I thought I needed, but what I wanted. Retainer storage. So Ben and Miro understand that my retainer situation kind of got a bit out of hand at one point, and I didn't re-up the thing for my retainers. So right now my retainers, like 3 of them, are not available, and the other retainers are so I will say that this is not my fault entirely. This is because we are doing stuff with our FC. So this is not 100% our fault. This is not entirely my fault. Okay, I'm gonna sell this. Salt cod. Why do I have so much salt cod? That's... So we've been working on FC stuff. Wow, that's actually kind of cute. Okay, so let's leave that there. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Saving their lives. Lifetimes of dinner. Yoroko saw my retainer situation. Lots of that food could be replaced, IMO. Yeah, I will say that a large portion of what's in there is needed for the FC, but yeah, maybe there's food that I could replace for sure. Anyway, let's go in here. Oh, that's actually cute. That is actually cute, Ben. That's very cute. That is fairly adorable. You know what this makes me want to do, Ben, though? It makes me want to pour in, slice up some popoto, pour in some oil, fry up that popoto, make some French fries, add some ketchup. Yum yum. French fry time. They were understandably worried, but I've told them of what happened in Hisatawi. Our minor adventure made for quite the tale. You could dump food in the FC chest temporarily. I'm going to be getting rid of a whole bunch of this into the FC chest later tonight. Whenever I choose to stop this MSQ, that's when I will. I'm going to finish up the airship. They are potatoes confirmed. Okay. My bracelet. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It is a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Wuklama is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. Something in his eyes. An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. Yeah, Aaronville. Saying what I always want to say. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Quikana and Lewin. If it wasn't for you believing in Sakawa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. I have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wehute put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Sakawa would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Fortunately, our group is smaller now, and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dust Watch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day, so no one will get the better of us again. Isn't that right? Sure. Right, and you'll teach us how to draw your pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel, if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that you have my word. Until we meet again. Okay. If you excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, though. Do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, train service has been suspended. Didn't I tell you? Eh? You mentioned no such thing. Something about the trains being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. What? Oh boy. An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south. There's been quite a few tremors of late. Okay, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. Oh. Wow, we We got a bot in here. Interesting. Or someone very much like a bot. Chat knows how far chat wants you to get tonight. Okay, let's do that. The station is just over there. Okay. So, let's go and figure out this train business. That's interesting that there was tremors. I wonder if it's related to whatever else is happening. On track. Oh, the tracks are fucked up. These people aren't too happy about the train delays. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Really? This is one of the bigger places. Is there another place? I'm a miner.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliyollal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
Yeah.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
What the what?
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
I'm a miner. I'm a level 90
my
miner.
friend. If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
I can mine. I can lift an axe.
If you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
My cat boy is so styling. It's kind of disgusting.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
Nope, he does not seem familiar to me.
There they are. That's them, the 2 volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Closest that this stuff would remind me of would be like Echoes of the First. The trolley. This would be the guy who's... Yeah. This would be the guy who's drunk with
Something the matter?
Yeah. First, people. Would you be happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our ceruleum-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Yeah.
Right then.
There you go, Mirokos.
What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties. so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
But I'm absolutely okay with not recognizing everything from the get-go, frankly. That's what kind of gives good replay value to something. Like if you need to always know every reference and everything, and your ego can't handle not knowing everything, I think you probably got a bit of a small issue. I don't mind actually just, like, I don't need to look for similarities everywhere. It's poetry. Though no small number live in Shaloni, must confess I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Okay. Come, let's follow Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be just in the depot. You can still see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself. Though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of enough jabbering, Shenza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do. So let's get into it. We'll see you later. How much longer am I streaming? I could probably do like another half hour or so. Hour, maybe? I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. What are you recommending? That's a bad faith take, and you know it? What's a bad faith take? Ooh. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. Mahwa Tesoan. Should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. Oh, okay. Theory bind. Okay. I do think that there are some content creators that skew one way or another way. I myself don't care much. I prefer to form my own opinions, which is why I don't want to. I'm trying my best to stay away from overall impressions when people say, "Oh, this is going to be," and then they add in like an adjective, good or bad, right? I really like making my own impressions. I don't like people leading me with like leading questions or questions that suggest something or the other thing. It doesn't make for as authentic an experience, frankly. Such beauty. I know more than a few gleaners who would love to explore this land. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people of Mawat Hetson. I know their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Okay. Imagine it's difficult to avoid all Dawntrail discourse after about 2 months. It is super difficult, but the good news is I'm not addicted to being on Twitter, so I've avoided most of that, and I jam my algorithm with Asmongold stuff, so then I don't see what other streamers are saying and doing. Such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shishinawazi Springs. I think I'm one of those people who can remain fairly unbiased. And spoilers don't matter to me as much. It's more of the fact that a lot of people have a lot of opinions, and when they seek out certain people's opinions, it's better to try to appear at least to be as impartial. I think battling for impartiality is a good thing. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Oh my lord. What is that? What the? That is a... What the? Holy shit. I need that outfit on my Catboy stat, but is this a twink? Or just a very young boy? He looks like a girl. That's robbing the cradle is what that... Yeah, that is. That is a tiny boy. It's a boy Miko. No, wow. Yeah. Holy crap. Anyway, greetings, travelers, and welcome. Is this where all the Catboys in the story are? Now we know. I'm Huato, chief of Mawat Zone, and this is my son, Shepetto. A pleasure to meet you. Hello, Shepetto. I thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for a sudden intrusion. I'm Walika, station master of Zak Taral Railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks, and we require timber to make repairs. This is Nico and Aaronville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. Hey. Yes, I'm gorgeous. You have a most curious aura about you, of oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of meadows awash with unfamiliar flora. I gather you are not from these lands. Nope. I hail from Eorzea. I'm a traveler of the star. My home is not from Eorzea. That's my headcanon. Yes, that is creepy AF. That's almost like an elf face on top of a Catboy body. It's freaky. True, this is Uncanny Valley right here. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you have seen. This is like an attempt to do... they do the cute little Miko girls really well. This is like an attempt to do a slightly older Miko boy, and it's uncanny. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you have seen. Oh. I can take you on a... I'm told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well? But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children, the Hetso in particular, have done much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads, the Hetso teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we're attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see. That word, Hetso, it means leader of souls, and the Hetsaro tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetso among the Hetsaro. Here, we look to the Ronique for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests to come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me. Oh, joy emote. Oh, my old lady heart. Oh, lordy. Ugh. Zeppla in shambles. I thought this was going to be something that would just be stuffed full of Hrothgar girls and bun boys, but no. The amount of cat boys in this world is phenomenal. Granted, some of them have pervy tails, just saying. What is that? Can I live here? I think I could handle trying to live here. Holy crap, this is too much. Fantasy Arizona is rife with catboys. Yeah, absolutely, Rufus. He's looking through your soul. I guess your reaction is why Yoshida is hesitant to age up the twins. Haha. I've stayed away from the story drama. Just disappointed that anti-trans hate for the VA for not received. Yeah, I don't think anyone should be going after anybody who's doing their job. As long as the actor is not going out into the ether and screaming weird bullshit, then people should be leaving them alone. But if people, if they go out and start saying things online, then you can't say things online without getting stuff. As far as I understand, the voice actor was keeping themselves to themselves, and people have just been losing their marbles, which is unfair. The VA is the type of person to be hostile first and then cry foul. They got a long history of doing that. I'd like to see proof for that, Rufus. I'd be very interested in seeing proof for that. Absolutely did go into the ether and said nonsense. Much criticism is deserved, but that's a topic for another time. Tweets as far back as 2016 talking about how terrible cis white people are. Sure, but were they expressly directing anything negative at the community of Final Fantasy XIV? People are always gonna... Don't look now, of course. It's literally a meme right now on Reddit because of the... this tent is made of hide and bones of Ronique. I wonder what else they are used for here. If they follow the Ronique with the seas, it makes sense they would live in tents that can be broken down and transported easily. Yeah. Say, do you like to hunt? And what weapons do you like to use? Oh, this poor little boy. Okay. Saying everyone who doesn't like it is racist? Okay. I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. So I don't want to distract myself from this story, but I will say this, okay? If you go online as a voice actor or as any kind of person, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what your background is, but if you go out and you make statements and people disagree with you, don't start crying because people attack you. However, I think personal attacks are never good. So, for example, let's say there's someone out there who's a severe leftist, like a very woke person, and they say something really stupid, okay? They say something really dumb that I disagree with, right? and I see their bio and I notice their picture and they are, let's say, overweight. Or let's say I know that they are some sort of sexuality. I would never attack them as a person. I would attack their arguments. And I do think that there are people who are moderates, or who are moderate liberals, or who are conservatives. And many people in this culture war do sometimes get personal. Let's just say that. Personal attacks happen on both sides. And I don't like it when I see it. I'd rather we debate the idea and leave the person's personage out of it. And that's where I stand. It's proven that twins are 18 plus now because of the fall of Garlemald. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they will slowly increase their size. It's the rampant tribalism that's over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is we should never be attacking people on a personal level. If they have a bad idea or have a bad take, we should be attacking the bad take. Apologies for bringing the subject up. It's okay, Duck. It's just, I also agree that we shouldn't be attacking the person. But if that person is having bad takes that they're sharing online, those bad takes should come under fire. But the person themselves should not. No one should be calling names. We're not in high school. We're in grade. We're all graduated from high school. We should all be behaving like adults. But yeah, I shall speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Runique have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Yes, this has been building up in this zone. Stableman near Husatawi mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? No. We have our suspicions, since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum. Shalowani has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are a part of that. As strong and as resilient as they may seem, Runique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this we can't help but worry. Reservation parks. Make them a park. Understandably. I thank you for being forthright. This matters not only the Hetsaro, but all of Shalowani. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Val Kuana. Val Kuana, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently, how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue, Geppetto. Yeah, shut up, Geppetto. While there's a grain of truth to the rumors, he's not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. Yeah, for real. He's emotionally constipated. His journeys have changed him for the better. He's a bit awkward, so he tends to get misunderstood. He is a passionate man who cares for his people, like his sister. And he's been traumatized by his clan, who abandoned him, apparently. Is that so? That's certainly a side of him we weren't aware of. Iko fought beside Val Kuana in the Rite of Succession. I take his word over rumors. You took part in the Rite of Succession? You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I recruited a bona fide hero. You have no idea. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there's clearly much we do not know. Yeah, Watto. Gotta calm your titties. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Val Kuana for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Oh, that'd be nice. Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful he will do the same. Yeah, except that he's traumatized because his tribe dropped him off as a kid and was like, something happened with his tribe. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We are terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronique foremost in our minds as we continue working on the World Road. And if needs be, we'll seek Val Kuana's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. You're too young for me. Get out of here, kid. I've been working on a theory of a society accustomed to algorithms that makes it more difficult than ever to do the necessary research to avoid the bait of an easier, more tribalistic narrative. I think humans' theory are tribal by nature, social by nature, and we are also single-focused, so having to take in multiple viewpoints is genuinely tiring. It's much easier to, especially in a world where we're overwhelmed with information. Even with